The next attribute is grace. Now, a really simple way of understanding grace is getting what you do not deserve. Okay? When we demonstrate grace, we understand it for what it is, and we verify that there's an ultimate standard of grace, or we'll just call it ultimate grace. God is perfectly gracious. He did all kinds of things for us without needing to do so. He did not need to create, but He created. He did not need to create us with 5 senses, but we have 5 senses. We can feel, we can smell, we can taste, we can touch, we can love. He made females for males. You talk about grace. Now, some people will disagree with that, but that's their own problem. Females complement men, and without them, it would be a boring world. That's all there is to it. God is perfectly gracious in how He conducts the created order and how He lavishes on us wonder. Rain. Here's a good example of grace. It rains on bad people and it rains on good people. The bad people may not have deserved it, but they still got it. Rain is like grace. It's getting what you do not deserve. And what does the Bible say? It says, from the fullness of His grace, we have all received one blessing after another. And that's from John 1:16. God is graceful. Mercy. Now, mercy is just the opposite of grace. Grace is getting what you do not deserve. Mercy is not getting what you do deserve. Understand that? I hope you do. Grace is getting what you do not deserve. Mercy is not getting what you do deserve. God is perfectly merciful. He is ultimate mercy. When we rebel against Him, even the slightest infraction of His perfection, He has a right to destroy us. That's all there is to it. He didn't even have to create us, but in grace He did. He does not have to not destroy us. He can destroy us anytime He wants because we have violated His moral perfection. All right? We've all done this too. Nobody can say that they haven't, and if they say that, then they're a liar. That's all there is to it. If you say you've never lied, you're a liar. If you say you've never offended God, it's because you don't understand the absolute holiness. God is holy. There's no change in it. It simply is. That's all there is to it. Our actions, our inactions, all these things demonstrate His immense mercy. He is perfectly merciful. All right? And the Bible confirms this. Nevertheless, in your great mercy, you did not utterly consume them nor forsake them. For you are God, gracious and merciful. That's from Nehemiah 9:31. God is merciful. Next, love. God is a perfectly loving being. In fact, the Bible even says in 1 John 4:16, it says God is love. It defines His nature. Just like all the other attributes, it defines His nature. There is no part of God which is unloving. So when people talk about the wrathful God of the Old Testament, I don't like Him, I like the loving God of the New Testament, they don't know what they're talking about. It's the same God. He demonstrates His same love in the Old Testament as the New Testament, the same righteousness in the Old Testament as the New Testament. God is perfectly loving. God does not love you more than He loves me. He does not love you more than He loves Genghis Khan. He loves all equally. That's all there is to it. God is love. There's no change in His love. There's no progression in His love. There's no waffling in His love. God is love. Okay? And yet, God does not accept some, and He does accept others. The Bible is absolutely clear on this concerning His nature and concerning His love. And we'll find out why as we progress. Let me read you something that I typed and we'll be done in just a second. Love is the tenet of God that most people fixate on, even to the exclusion of His other moral attributes. After love, His grace and His mercy are commonly referred to. Next, in some very descending order, we have His truth, righteousness, justice, and holiness. However, all of these attributes they're absolute. God is, anything about Him is. There's no change in it, there's no progression in it, there's no waffling in it, okay? You cannot exclude one at the expense of the other. One cannot override the other. Let me go on. His justice is as complete as His mercy. His grace is no greater than His righteousness. He is perfectly holy, perfectly just, perfectly righteous, perfectly truthful, perfectly merciful, perfectly gracious, and perfectly loving. You can understand this, then you can now perceive the tension that exists This is of no small matter. And it is the key to understanding our position in relation to God. This leads to the summation of all of the previous thoughts that we've considered. The notes ahead will reveal this, and I assure you that you don't want to miss out on this, because it is an eternal decision that you are making, because you cannot reconcile the just, the righteous, the mercy, the grace, the holiness, the love, and all of the other attributes of God on your own. You cannot do it. It is impossible. So please stay tuned. Come and we'll finish these lectures, and I think you'll find a happy resolution at the end if you're only willing to accept it. Until then, have a wonderful evening.